Today we're going to take a look at a brand new product from Harbor Freight, the 190 watt power source inverter that'll let you charge your iPhone off of a regular Bauer battery and a whole bunch more. So we're going to test it out. It's got a 120 volt, 150 watt AC plug on this end. It's got a USB-C fast charging port, which will do up to 30 watts. Regular price is $49.99. Model number is 2209C-. It's been on sale the last little while for $29.99. It's got a built-in cooling fan that kicks in and kicks out as needed. It has a bunch of protections built in as well. It'll auto shut off after 3 minutes with no battery activity, just to make sure that it protects the life of the battery. It weighs in at just over half a pound with no battery on it whatsoever. You can use the AC and the USB-C ports at the same time. So that's where you get your maximum 190 watts, because all the ports can be used at the same time. And of course, because every single battery item today comes with a flashlight, this thing has a flashlight on it. It also has an indicator light on it. Green means it's functioning normally. Red means that AC power has been overloaded. Red blinking means it's overheating. Green blinking means recovering from overheating. Press the power button to reset it if it's overheated. Orange blinking means it's getting close to low battery. And to turn the work light on, you press it on once to go on solid, twice to go on blinking, because everything blinks today, and the third time to shut it off. The thing about the power is, and I've run into these with DeWalt as well, they output a modified sine wave, which means it flip-flops as it comes out, and it creates kind of a jagged looking type of power. Totally fine for charging phones, not so good for things like CPAP machines or complicated medical equipment, and some LCD TVs. Not so much either. So we're going to test it out. We're going to see what all we can run off it. We're going to try it on my garage lighting here, see if we can run all the lights in the garage. We're going to run some phones off it, a few other items, and we'll get an up close view at what the specs are. We'll go from there. All right, so we're in the garage. I've got the adapter here. I've got my entire garage wired so that I can unplug from the grid and plug into my solar system. So we've got a bunch of LED lights up overhead, plus we've got one 80 watt LED bench light over there. We're going to test it all out. Shouldn't have a problem. If it does, we have an issue. We're going to unplug this guy. Power's gone. Now you can see the green light. We're going to turn on the flashlight because we are in the dark. We're going to plug this guy in right here. We have that plugged in, light on. We got 1, 2, 3. Right now we got 3 light bulbs on. What happens when we turn this guy on? Get a little hum coming out of him, but we're getting power. So we're going to see what happens when this thing or it gets overloaded. So we're going to plug a heat gun into this. And if it doesn't kill it, I don't know what will. So here we go. You ready? There we go. Red. So if we unplug it, hit the power button to reset. That's it. It's like a built-in circuit breaker. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's take it inside, test it on a few household items, then we'll finish up. Something I had trouble with running off the first DeWalt adapter I bought was this box fan. It kind of skipped and made a funny noise, and I think it was because it put out a modified sine wave instead of a pure sine wave. So we're going to plug it in. We're going to start on low. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is low. And it is making a bit of a noise. Let's go up to medium. It was high when it started clicking on the last one. No problem at all. Running perfect. So you can run a box fan on high off of a Bauer 3 amp hour battery. So while we're at it, let's try plugging in some other devices. I'll plug in this guy right here. He's charging. DC anchor power adapter or power bank. He's working. And we're going to plug in an iPhone 13 just on a USB-A port to see what happens. And then we'll swap it out here in a minute. There you go. All 3 items are charged. So we have an anchor power bank, an iPhone 13, a set of AirPods, and a great big box fan all running off this guy at once. So we go 1 for on, 2 for blinky, 3 for off. Some final thoughts on this. First, something I didn't mention in the review, the rubber corners. I love them. I used to joke about stupid rubber corners on everything they'd make, but there's really 2 benefits to them. If you knock it off a counter, it's not going to shatter if it lands on its edge. I like that. But more importantly, it stays where you place it. If you put this next to a great big vibrating box fan on high, it's not going to vibrate off and fall off and break something or pull a wire out or anything like that. So that's something small that shows they put some thought into how they built this. It does what it says it'll do, and it does it well, and it doesn't do anything else. And that's all I ever expect from a product. I'd say this is better than the DeWalt USB and the DeWalt USB-C because it has an AC port on it. The only thing it lacks is 2-way charging like the DeWalt has. This is very comparable to the Milwaukee Top-Off for a lot less money. And what do I say about Harbor Freight stuff? Don't ever buy it full price if you can help it. At $49.99, it's still a pretty good price, but at $29.99, it's a steal of a deal. And these type of products are great because they get you by in a pinch. If your power's out and you have stored power in those power batteries, snap into it, use it to run a fan, use it to run some lights, charge your devices, that sort of thing, or take it camping with you and use it as a much larger battery bank. But that's all with this product, guys. I love it. It works well. It's engineered well. And I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you're still here, that means I made this video for you. So hit that subscribe button, stick around if you want to see more stuff just like that. And finally, if you want to see another video on Bauer gear, check out this video I made on an adapter that slides onto your Bauer tools and lets you run DeWalt batteries on them. And with that, guys, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.